Hi, I'm Chanvi. Have you ever wondered that why your heat exchanger is not working or why you're not getting the required temperature you have? So, another very important interview question is what are the problems that you encountered in heat exchanger? So, let's get started. How to identify heat exchanger problem? Now, as we know, the heat exchanger performance can be measured by Q actual upon Q max, that is what is the actual heat transfer that is happening upon those of the design. So whenever you find that the particular heat transfer rate is decreasing, it means your heat exchanger is not working properly. Now, as we know in the process DCS control on a particular heat exchanger, you can see the fluid flow, temperature and pressure of both the side, hot and cold. So in case you find any decreasing temperature change on the either side, for example it was 100 and then it's dropped down to 80, it means your heat exchanger is not working. Or you encountered a higher pressure drop, in design condition it was zero point 0.1 and it expands to 1 kg per centimeter square, it means your heat exchanger is not working properly. Or any contaminated fluid if you get in your product, so that is the symptoms that your heat exchanger is not working properly. Now, what are the major problems of heat exchanger? It could be fouling, where there's a deposition or the corrosion of the tubes and shell. It could be anyway tube vibrations, a noise that's coming out from heat exchanger, the fluid leakage from its either of the ends or part, or it could be dead zone. These are the four major problems that your heat exchanger might be facing. Now, how to identify one? The first is fouling. So you can, as you seen in the picture, whenever you have any of the tube corrosion or materials that contaminate or you block the tube, so that is fouling due to the corrosion, whatever happening due to biocides or various reasons. So that is the problem called fouling. So this is one of the most common problem in heat exchanger. Now, what are its solution? So to treat fouling, the first and easiest method is mechanical cleaning. You either plug few tubes from wherever you find the tube is either fouled, corroded, you plug that particular tube. So you can see in this particular few of the parts is being plugged. So you can 25% is accepted. If you have to plug more, then you have to find for the other solution. The second one is called as hydrojetting. Here, a very high pressurized water is being passed in the tube, and the particular heat exchanger is being cleaned. So this is what is the process of hydrojetting. And then in few processes, you can use acid cleaning also. It depends on the applications to use acid cleaning. Mechanical cleaning and hydrojetting are one of the most common in various type of heat exchangers. Then the next problem is tube vibrations. So what happens in case if the design fluid was about 100 meter cube per hour and you started operating to get more production to 120, what happens over time that the tube starts vibrating or there is some sort of noise that is coming from it. There could be various reasons for it. So this tube vibration also cause mechanical failures. So how to solve those? So either you reduce the velocity, the fluid velocity, put into educate one, or identify what the problem is, or you decrease the unsupported span. So for example, sometimes during the design, the particular clamp is given over here and there's a huge difference. So you can provide an extra clamp and try to solve it. So that is decreasing the unsupported span. And the third is alternating the method of fixing and pinning the ends of unsupported span. So you can either work on one of the span and try to fix it. So this is way you can avoid tube vibration. Now the third and another most common is the leakage. As you have seen, either it could be a steam boiler or somewhere you can find the fluid leakage. Either it is this can be identified on the visual inspection, or you can see any liquid lying down the floor. So this is the third most common one of the common problem in the heat exchanger. So how you can do repair this is like what happens because you are handling very hot or cold fluid. The temperature fluctuations can be used happen, so that can lead to material failure. or weakening of that particular joint or material. So you can provide an expansion joint depending on the type of fluid you are using. The common method is welding, where you weld from the place wherever you find the leakage is there, or you put the double tube sheet wherever there is the leakage. Another problem is dead zone. Areas that have flow to minimum or non-existence that usually give poor heat transfer are called as dead zone. For example, in this particular, the red is indicated where fluid is not able to contact to the another one properly. So this is called as dead zone. This could be either a design problem or improper baffles. So that leads to the dead zone. Now, how to solve it? So it could be either by retrofitting. If the baffles are not properly placed, you can place the proper baffle, or if it's a very design issue, you can replace it or change that particular part. So I hope you understood the problems that are faced by heat exchanger. It could be either unrequired temperature or a lot of pressure drop or contaminated fluid. And the main common problems are fouling, tube vibrations, leakages, and dead zones. So hope by the end of this video, you know what are the industrial solutions and the problems faced by heat exchanger. Thank you.